and welcome to Caravan Escapades. Hope everybody's keeping safe and well. Well, it's the 27th of December and we've begun our trip away. So actually we've not just begun it, I think we've been on the go for about 2 hours. And I should have remembered this from last year, but the traffic on the 27th of December is heavy, it's busy. It's taken us quite a while to kind of get down. We're only at the M40 services, I think junction 10, something like that. So yeah, we're heading down and we're heading to Dorset. So we're off to Hunters Moon, we're looking forward to that. We've got Claire's bike on the top and then Darcy May's and my bike on the back. Anyway, girls have gone to the toilet, hopefully bring me a coffee or something back, and then we're going to be carrying on. Oof. So we've been on the road for 4 hours and we're just south of Newbury. We're at the services just south of Newbury at the minute and we've still got nearly 2 hours to go. The traffic has been truly horrendous today. It's literally just stop, start, stop, start. It seems to be accumulation of road traffic accidents and just the pure volume of traffic. Anyway, we've got plenty of time as long as we get there before the wardens shut up for the night, which I'm sure we will do. Well, it's a bit dark and you can't see me very well, but we're here. 6.5 hours. Got to get checked in. Not going to do a lot tonight, just get the caravan leveled up, water and electric on, heating on, and then chill out for the evening, sort the awning and that out tomorrow. So that's probably when we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow. So the team at Flextrail have sent me this Helio 600Z head torch. This has come as quite a nice surprise. They've sent it me to try out. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing. Actually, I've already unboxed it and I've used it, which you'll see very, very shortly. So what you get in the box, if I can get it open, is you first of all get instruction book, which we never read. We should do, really. Instruction book. You get the head torch, and in here as well you get a little charging bead. So it's quite a nifty little head torch, this. Let me give you a better look there. So it is 600 lumens, so quite a powerful torch. Has a couple of different functions. So we'll start off with the first one. So you've got your spotlight. So it's a double press, a bit like starting a DJI. So double press on that and it starts on its brightest and you press it again and it goes down to dimmest, and then you press it again to what's called moonlight. So if you just want a little general light out there, and then we can turn, so it's got two buttons here actually. You've got your spotlight and you've got your flood. So we'll turn that one off, then we go on to the spotlight. So it's double press again, starts off at the brightest and then goes down dim. Now what you can do is then, if I get this right, press and hold, and then we go into SOS mode. I don't want to point it directly at the camera, but you can see that flashing away in SOS mode. So we just turn that off again. There we go. So also, when we turn this side on here, let me do that again, and then I press and hold, we get a red light. We can press it again, so we got a red warning light. And it's quite a little nifty torch, this. Doesn't weigh a great deal. You can mount it on your head like so. You've got an adjustable strap here, pretty much like the normal coat toggle type things. So I just put that on there. And then you can pull that tight. We can press the button. So she's on there, look. So we've got the, let's try this again actually. So double press, so flood, slightly darker flood or slightly less brighter flood. And then we've got what they call, I think they call this moonlight mode. So literally just for doing various different things around. If you want just a bit of a backlight, we turn that side off and then we'll put this side on again. So we've got the spot, look away there, a dimmer spot, and then if I press and hold, they both come on and we get the flashing SOS. It is, let me just turn off, there we go. So it is USB rechargeable under the little flap there. I don't know whether you can see that. So there's a little flap there, USB rechargeable, but you can also replace the battery. The battery is compatible with some of the other Flextrail gear. So you take the end of the strap, put it in there, undo that, and there's your battery. So quite a nifty little lightweight torch. Tighten that back up. One last feature you do get on it, you can angle it. So you can angle it down to 60 degrees. There we go. Like that. But to get, just one more thing, to get all 600 lumens, so you press that side on, and that gives you 600 lumens. So you can work back down to 100 lumens from the different settings. So I will put a link to the torch down below with a special discount code. Flextrail are offering a 15% discount if you do use that link down below anyway. So here's the code, link down below, head over there if it's something that interests you. So there we go, let's go outside and see how I get on doing some of the tasks around the caravan. I have to say the head torch is pretty impressive. In fact, if I look straight on at you, you're not going to be able to see me anyway. But already kind of using it to look around the caravan and do various bits. Obviously we've turned up to site and it's dark, so I've got the front locks on. I put all the wheel locks on pretty much, so what you can see here, you know, this is what I'm getting from the head torch. So yeah, pretty impressed with it so far. So I've pretty much set all, I'm not looking directly at you because of the torch, but I've pretty much set all of the caravan up now using the head torch. It has been pretty amazing really. Yeah, okay, we've got the light on the side of the caravan there, but particularly around the back, you know, the locks, the wheels, you can see how powerful the torch is, pretty much going up there. It's the electrical post as well over there, as you can see, and certainly around this side. So you'll watch this after I've done a bit of a review on the torch, so this is going to happen before I actually do the unboxing and what have you, but never mind. Anyway, you get the gist. Good morning, it's Saturday morning here. Weather's a little bit better today. It's a little bit overcast, but it's not too cold and it's not foggy either, so that's pretty good. So we had a reasonably pleasant night. Time now to finish setting up the caravan. I left, there's a towing cover, I've just taken it off. I did leave the towing cover on last night, only just because the time we got here and it was dark and I didn't want to be faffing around in the dark. So, awning's out, let's get it on the side of the caravan. So the awning's up, we're all set up now. That's us on the pitch. All relatively straightforward. I do like the Ligera, it's ideal for these kind of wintry trips and short trips, although we are away for a week this time, but it should be ideal for us. Just that space to dry things off, just gives you that extra little area in the caravan. Let's hope the bladder holds up. Somehow, I'm not very confident, but I'll keep you updated anyway. So about 15 minutes drive from Hunters Moon campsite is the seaside town of Swanage, and I haven't been here for years, so we've literally just popped down to Swanage. We're going to have a bit of a wander around, maybe grab a coffee or a cup of tea, a bit of cake. So yeah, here's Swanage. Lots of people about, but I guess it's that Saturday between Christmas and New Year where lots of people are getting together and having days out. So we can't help ourselves, we can't help but come along to the 2-penny slot machines in the arcades. I've still got a bucket load and we've already won these already. We do enjoy an arcade. What do you guys do when you come to the seaside? Do you go on the machines as well or come into the arcades? It really is only the kind of shove 2-penny machines, and we've kind of got this action going. We kind of machine gun the 2 pennies in, and it seems to pay dividends. I don't think there's a time where we haven't won after a bit of patience. I only spent 3 or 4 quid on 2p's anyway. Is it the sort of thing you guys do, or do you stay well clear of the arcade? Just away from the seafront, you'll find the typical kind of seaside main street. There's 1 or 2 streets with charity shops, cafes, all those sorts of things. There really is something magical about being by the seaside. You just can't beat it. You kind of get a certain feeling, a smell. But yeah, the light's starting to go down. The twinkly lights are coming on here in Swanage. So we've just had the privilege of seeing a seal. I think it's a harbour seal, somebody told us, swimming around in the sea just here on the seafront. Thought it was a Labrador first of all, or certainly Claire said, is that a dog or is that a seal? No, it was a seal, so I'll put that footage in here now.
It looks like a dog.
It does, it looks like a Labrador, doesn't it, at the top?
It did at first when it popped up. I thought, oh my goodness. I wish I could swim with it, because I can't swim.
You can swim very well, can't you?
Oh my goodness, it looks like a dog, but it's not.
Good morning, it's Sunday morning here at Hunters Moon and I've got the bikes out. We're about to go out on a bike ride, so just giving them a bit of a oil up. Claire's sorting the helmets out in the back of the car there. Bit of an oil up and make sure the tyre pressure's all ready, so we're going to go for a bit of a bike ride. But what I want to do is say a big shout out to Andrew Norwell. Andrew, it worked. That, oh gosh, what was it called? I just had it written down here. That's right, it was called Storm Shore. Andrew recommended some Storm Shore glue, adhesives, repair kits, that sort of thing to me. So I grabbed some off Amazon to repair the bladder. You guys know the problems I've been having with the bladder. It's been up for 24 hours and it is still solid. So I'm really chuffed with that. Really chuffed that that's worked. That saved me about 140 quid. What I did, because it was leaking out of that valve, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, look back at the previous vlog and you'll see the problems I've been having with the bladder there. But as you know, the leak was coming from that valve. So what I did with this Storm Shore glue was literally just coated the thread, made sure it was nice and thick on there, with an added O-ring as well, because the O-ring didn't work by itself. Tightened that up nice and tight, left it there for 24 hours to set. Job's done. Pumped it up yesterday, the awning went up yesterday, and all good. So I'm really chuffed with that, and thanks very much, Andy, for letting me know about that glue. Right, we're going to get on the bikes and go off for a bike ride. So that's us just back from our bike ride. Whew. I'm a little bit unfit. So what we did first of all, we went to the back of the campsite just up there where is the Wareham Forest way, and we did start to cycle along there. However, it was a very muddy, sludgy track, so a bit unsuitable for us, particularly Darcy May. So we came back through the site onto the main road here and then just went right for about a mile, and then we come to Wareham Forest Country Park, I guess, and there's some cycle trails and walking trails, all hard standing, that sort of stuff around there anyway. So that's what we've done. I'm shattered. I'm going to go and get some lunch and then we'll decide what we'll do this afternoon. Little bit of news for you. I part-exed the caravan for one of these. Can you see it just there? We pick it up tomorrow morning. If only. No, only kidding. So we've come down to Poole Key. We're going to have a wander around, but Poole Key is the home of Sunseeker, the luxury yacht manufacturer. So that's Sunseeker over there. A few of their fancy boats being built. But we're going to have a wander up and see what we can find. Not something you see that often unless you live round here. Bridge is opened, boats have gone through.
That's huge.
I can't help myself, not when I come across a traditional sweet shop. So I've been in and bought some sweets for me and Darcy May. Claire said she didn't want anything though. Okay. So a brief walk around Poole Key. Not a lot happening really, lots of places closed up, but I suppose that's to be expected this time of year. We have been here during the summertime where it is a more vibrant place. Anyway, we're going to head off somewhere else now.
It sounds good to me.
Claire said she didn't want any sweets. She's already had half of mine.
I have not. I've had 2 pieces.
You've had 3 pieces.
I've had 2.
She's had more
A
than
pink
2
and a green.
pieces. She's had more than 2 pieces.
And I just bought more if she'd have said she wanted some.
I've had a pink and a green piece. Do you begrudge me?
So I don't know whether you can hear me that well, but we've been to Poole Key. We've driven down through sandbanks, not a lot going on there. So we've decided to take the ferry across to Studland. Here we are on the ferry. Heading across the other side and then we'll head back up via Swanage or around Swanage back up to the caravan. Good morning, it's Friday no, it's not Friday morning, it's Monday morning. So it's Monday morning, we're still here at Hunters Moon and we're going to head off down to Lyme Regis and maybe try a bit of fossil hunting today. So we'll come back to you in a bit and let you know how we got on. So we've just arrived at Lyme Regis. To be fair, it took us a little bit longer than I expected. It's taken us nearly an hour. I thought it was going to take about 35 minutes. It's not that far away and it's quite a nice steady drive anyway. So it's certainly well worth heading this way. I don't know whether you can see is Lyme Regis, or there's the bay, there's the sea. Town is just down that way. We're going to take a wander down and we're going to head down onto the beach. Thought parking might be a problem, but lovely big car park here with plenty of spaces just as you drive down into Lyme Regis, but I suspect that during the summer season it's a little bit more difficult to get parked. So we're down on the beachfront area. Quite busy really for the Monday between Christmas and New Year. But I think if we want to go proper fossil hunting, we need to go over in that direction. So we found our first fossils, but a little too big for us to carry it away. So we've walked down to the area where most people seem to be doing the fossil hunting. I have no idea what we should be looking for, what the signs are of a fossil. So whether we're going to have any luck in finding our own fossil that we can take home, but who knows? Woohoo! I found one. Just picking through there. Can you see that there? Bit of a fossil, but maybe not the fossil we're looking for. It's an old engine. Can anybody identify it? So that's been a pleasant couple of hours fossil hunting here at Lyme Regis. We found a few various shapes, sizes. So yeah, no, it's been good fun. It's been good fun. So we're going to walk back now as the tide is starting to come in. We can't walk back the way we came because it's already covered. So that's been a pleasant afternoon around Weymouth. We're now going to head back to the caravan site. My hair's a bit of a mess after having my hat on all day, but yeah, we're going to head back to Hunters Moon now. So we've just got back from a day at Lyme Regis. Had a great day as it was, but just as we got back to the caravan, it's about 7:15 in the evening, it's dark outside, and I've said to Claire, what's the toilet like, because I don't think we've emptied it today. Her response, it's going to need doing. So it's dark, got to do the toilet, but at least I've got my Helio 600Z head torch. Let's see how we get on doing the toilet. First thing I'm going to need to do is go in the front locker and get myself a pair of disposable gloves out. So again, I can see what I'm doing nice and easy with the head torch. That's my disposable gloves on. And let's head round here to the toilet locker. I was trying to do this single-handedly. Let's get this out. Yeah. And now we'll head down to the Alsan point. So that's the cassette all emptied. I wasn't going to take you with me, it's a shame me doing that. But what I will do is, let's get our, where is it? Let's get some more of this. Let's get our Solbio out, however you pronounce it. Let's get a bit of that in there. And for good measure, I shall stick, when I can find it, one of these tablets in as well, just to really try and keep the smell down. There we go, that's me just banging my head. Just drop the tablet in there now. There's that ostrich man in. Let's take it back round to the caravan. Stick it back in the slot, and that's the job, all made so much easier by the use of the head torch, particularly in the dark. The moral of the story is though, don't wait till it's really dark to do it. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to top up the flush and job done. Good morning and a happy new year to you, 2025. So it is New Year's Day here at Hunters Moon. It's been a bit of a blowy night, I must admit, and controversially we've decided to keep the awning up, and it's been standing up really well. Yes, I pulled the car right up next to it just to give it a bit of protection. There are a few others around the site, although you can't see them from here, that have left awnings up. Why did I decide to leave it up when I knew there was strong winds coming? In all honesty, I don't know. Maybe it was just I couldn't be bothered to take it down. Was it a risky move? Could well be. Let's see how we get on, and should anything change dramatically, I'll let you know. So it's a cold, wet, blowy New Year's Day, and what do we decide to do? We come down to Bournemouth. So we come down to Bournemouth. Are we nutcases? We're certainly not crackers like some of the people out there. You probably can't see them, but there are surfers out there, there are people swimming out there up by the side of the pier. In fact, there's even people doing a rope walk out to the pier. So there we go, we're going to have a bit of a wander around, try and grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, maybe a bit of cake or something to have, or even some lunch. Even the girls have decided to venture out onto the beach. So we've even decided to walk down to the end of the pier. At least we're a bit warmer, a bit safer than all these people out there. Can you see them? The surfers out there. So we've decided to get out of the wind and the rain and grab some lunch. So we come into Key West Food, which is basically a restaurant at the end of the pier. Seems okay, very much a Witherspoonsy type place, but so we'll see how the food is anyway. But yeah, it's welcome to try off. Food's just arrived, and to be fair, doesn't look too bad at all. I've had a posh fish finger burger, Darcy May had a pizza, and Claire has had some sort of southern chicken burger. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So what's your verdict on the food, guys? Mine was very tasty. Darcy May's pizza's great. Claire, what about yours?
Yeah, it's good. I wasn't sure, but it's nice food.
So when we were in Bournemouth, I think it was a couple of years ago, they had like a Christmas tree tour that with Christmas trees that were all decorated and lit up. Whether it's the same this year, I don't know, but we seem to have a few decorations here, so we'll take a walk and see what we can find. So we've had a couple of hours or so here at Bournemouth. One good thing is the wind certainly has dropped and the rain has calmed down, but I think we're pretty much wet, cold and a bit tired, so we're going to jump in the car and I think we're going to head back to the caravan unless we stop somewhere else on the way back. Good morning, it's Thursday the 2nd of January 2025 and it's our last full day here at Hunters Moon. Quite a pleasant evening. It did dip below zero last night, so there's a slight frost. I don't know whether you can really see it now, but it's just burning off on the caravan. But beautiful, beautiful blue skies. Really, really nice. So we're going to head off to Corfe Castle. National Trust, so we're going to use our National Trust membership and see what it's all about. So we're here in Corfe Castle village. We've just taken quite a pleasant half an hour, I'm talking about half a mile walk up from the car park. So we'll either get a cup of tea first and go in, or we'll go in and then get a cup of tea. So we decided to come into the tea rooms really just before it got too busy. So we're going to have something to eat. I've ordered cake, Claire's ordered cake, and Darcy Meggs has ordered a kid's box. So we're going to have something that's lunchbox, sorry, order a lunchbox. So we're going to have those and then we're going to head off into the castle. So we're just going to make our way in. So there's a storytelling tour starting in about 5 minutes. Obviously aimed at the children, but it'd be fun to have a wander around with Darcy May. So we're just waiting for that to happen and find out what that's all about. We're just taking part in the storytelling tour, which is quite interesting really, talking about all things festive that would have happened around the 12th century, particularly around Corfe Castle. And at the minute they're making musical instruments.
But you can cut little holes.
I don't know about you guys, but when I come to a historical place like this, whether it's an old building and an old area, I love just to try and take a moment and just imagine what it would have been like in the time of when the place was in its prime, what it was like to live there, the smells, the feelings, you know, whether it's something from recent history from the last 50, 60 years, or whether it's something from 600, 700, 800, 1,000 years ago. It's just something I really enjoy doing. If you guys enjoy that as well, let me know. And Corfe Castle is really amazing. I've driven past it many times, but this is the first time I've actually been inside, and it would be amazing if this place could be rebuilt. Or is that the right thing? I mean, I do wonder with monuments like this, you know, and I know it's a money thing, but imagine money was no object. You know, would it be something to try and reconstruct these buildings, these monuments, of how they would have been in the time? I mean, it's difficult to imagine the scale of Corfe Castle here and what it would have been like. You know, so much of it is in ruin, and it was ruined by the parliamentarians. You know, I mean, you can read up, and I'll put a link to Corfe Castle below, and you can read up about the history of Corfe Castle below. But, you know, would it be a thing? Imagine money was no object. Would it be a thing to restore buildings to their former glory, buildings like this to their former glory, or leave them as the ruined monuments they are? I mean, another thing that I found incredible walking around here, I think it was in the 17th century when Corfe Castle was destroyed by the parliamentarians, and I'll put the proper date here somewhere, but just how they would have gone about destroying this castle. You know, surely they would have used gunpowder and things like that, but if you look around and you look around, the sheer size of the blocks of stone that have stayed together and have moved, and in some cases, you know, there's bits that have kind of split and slipped, and it's just immense just to imagine you know, what would it have been now, 400 years ago? Or 300 years ago when this castle was destroyed. But yeah, if you're here, if you get the chance, particularly if you're a National Trust member, definitely worth coming around and visiting Corfe Castle. So that's been a really enjoyable couple of hours here at Corfe Castle. You can see it behind me there. Definitely worth a visit if you're here. Can be a little bit pricey if you're not National Trust members. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Probably need about 2 or 3 hours. I mean, obviously, we've had a great day here with the weather, and I'm sure it will be a lot busier in the summer as well. But lots going on. It isn't just about walking around the castle and having a look, although that is quite amazing. It's quite spectacular. They do have various activities as well that you can take part in. Anyway, we're going to wrap up, probably head back to the caravan now, probably take the awning down, that sort of thing, ready for departure tomorrow. But we are booked into the local pub, which is the Hungry Woman. What's the Silent Woman? It's called the Silent Woman, which has been recommended to us by some of our subscribers. So we're going to head back and we'll see you in a bit. So still one more night here, but we've packed up, ready to go, just so we can have a pretty quick, easy departure in the morning. Awnings down, towing covers on. Wouldn't normally put it on night before. Just basically, reason for putting it on is I know it's going to be very dewy and damp and wet in the morning. So I've dried and cleaned off the front of the caravan. Just so we can have a reasonably quick getaway. So not a lot left to do in the morning, really just kind of empty the waters, toilets, drain down, put a few bits away inside, and we'll head off home. But we're going out for a meal shortly anyway, so looking forward to that. So we've come down to the Silent Woman on recommendation of one of our subscribers, Nicola Taylor. So yeah, we've ordered. I've got the Aberdeen Angus burger. Elsie May's got the nuggets and Claire's got, what have you got, Claire?
Chicken curry.
Chicken curry. Certainly looks nice. We shall let you know what it's like. So we just finished. Food was good, enjoyed it. Pretty much traditional sort of pub curries, burgers, that sort of thing. A small menu, but I suppose that's absolutely fine. It's quite quiet in here this evening, but again, that's a Thursday night just after New Year, so it's expected to be, but very warm, homely, traditional type pub. So Nicola, thank you very much for the recommendations, and we're going to head back to the caravan very shortly. So good morning. It is Friday the 3rd of May and it is our last day here at Hunters Moon. We're going to start heading off shortly. As you can see, there's been a little bit of a frost there overnight. Good job I got the front cover on last night, but we'll get the final pack up and stuff sorted and we'll head out on our way. So as you saw there, we're all packed up, we left the site. We're about 4 hours into the journey now. We're about an hour away from home. A little bit easier coming back than on the way down, but we're just taking it steady. We've stopped a few times. The girls have just nipped to go to the loo. But yeah, so that was our festive trip away at Hunters Moon. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up if you did, or give us a thumbs down if you didn't. If you didn't, let us know why you didn't. But I hope you did enjoy that anyway. Anyway, we shall leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Hit that notification bell and we'll see you on the next one.